When you go to the gym, do you just hop on the rowing machine or do you spend some time and change some things? If you don't, watch this video. My name is Amanda Painter. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and I'm a rowing instructor. What I want to talk about today is some things that you can actually control and change on this rowing machine. First thing, foot placement. I've got a whole video on how to set it up, but know that these wonderful little things, they move for a reason. They help get you in that optimal position to be able to get in certain positions for your body. Everyone's body is a little bit different. Some people have a stomach, some people have a previous knee injury, maybe you don't have an ACL, or maybe you just don't have ankle mobility. I've had 3 ankle surgeries. I don't have much mobility in that ankle anymore. Pretty good, but not all the way. So there's the perfect form, and then there's the average person who has issues. No offense, but we're not all perfect. We're not all amazing mobility and things like that. Say hi to my little dog, Roxy. But one of those things that you can change is that foot placement. It helps get you into that good position so that you can have optimal positioning for you. Check out my other video to really look at that, and it's called foot placement. Next thing, this handle. A lot of gyms actually took this away because putting this in this position isn't that great for long-term storage. However, if you're about to get ready to row, bring that handle close to you so that you don't have to reach as far once you're strapped in. The next thing that you can actually change is depending on which rower you're on. This is a Model D, which means I don't have too much control. There's an end spot, and then there's kind of like up here. So I don't have too much control over this, but I can change this. Depending on your model, you can have a little bit more flexibility. You want this to pretty much be at eye height. I'm short, so this is conveniently in the perfect place for me. But when you're rowing, you want to be looking straight in front of you. You don't want to be looking up, you don't want to look down. When you're in an actual boat, you're looking kind of down actually towards this. So the idea is to keep you in a good position so that you don't bother your neck or put it into too much extension. So you can actually play around with where that goes. Some people, honestly, when I row sometimes, I don't want to look at it. So I just put it back there. But find that comfortable position for you if your model allows you to change that. The third thing that you can actually change is this wonderful flywheel. There's numbers on the side from 1 to 10, and people often ask what that means. I've got a whole other video explaining the damper setting, but essentially that changes how much air is coming in or out of the flywheel, which changes your perception, almost like a bike gear. It changes how it feels when you're rowing. So usually the lower numbers are like you're rowing on nothing. It just seems nice and easy. 3 to 5 is kind of more a typical, like it is on a boat. You've got a little water resistance almost. And then as you go up, you're just kind of getting that power. And you feel like you have to row, you feel like you're rowing harder. That's not a bad place to start if you're not getting a good connection between you and the machine. But when you're ultimately comfortable with rowing, you should be able to lower that damper setting down to 3 to 5. I personally row at around a 3, but it's really based off of a setting that you can find in here, and I talk about that in another video as well. But I want you to know you can change how it feels when you're rowing with that damper setting, your foot placement to really get you in a great position for that row, and you can change kind of where your handle is when you start. And this guy right here, change it in a good position so that you're not hurting your neck or anything like that, if you can. So those are the things that you can change on a rowing machine. On the Concept 2, if you're on a water rower, there's some stuff you can change as well. You can change a little bit with that foot placement, but the rest of it, not as much. But those are my tips. If you've got questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. My name is Amanda, and I'll see you in the next video.